All right, fantastic. So firstly, just to talk through, I suppose expand a little bit on the conversation that Ronnie and Simone have just had with us. Really what we want to talk to in this session is this concept of the connected business and experiences that matter. This concept of the connected business is something that MYOB has introduced over the last few years, and it's been something that's been evolving in terms of how do we provide a point of connection, not just providing a system, but wrapping that system around meaningful connections between our data, between our people. In essence, this is about really leveraging the software that we have in place and going beyond the software, but expanding that to something that empowers our employees, provides real and meaningful data to our customers and our suppliers, and really just enables us to intelligently use the system and information that we have in place. It's about driving new levels of productivity, new levels of efficiency, and of course, new levels of innovation. We believe that this concept of the connected business, when we really take a step back and look at how we're leveraging our systems, our software, our solutions, how we're supporting our people and our clients, it's going to really elevate the value that we provide in each interaction. If we can empower our staff to have access to the right data at the right place at the right time, it's just going to drive value in terms of our interactions with our clients. And at the end of the day, that means more revenue for each one of us. The disconnected business typically is something where we have these sorts of islands of data. Our systems aren't connected. We have multiple sources of truth. We have this disconnection in terms of our people and our processes and our data that results in inefficiencies. Those manual handling of pieces of paper, the duplication and redundant processes, where we see multiple Excel spreadsheets, multiple manual processes, filing of paperwork, and all those sorts of things that just point to inefficiencies in our systems. And what we're trying to do is really embrace the power of MYOB Advanced, the power of interoperability and integration, so that we have a single source of truth, or the potential that may actually be distributed across multiple applications, but where they're working seamlessly in harmony with our clients and with our employees. And this concept of the connected business, we've identified 4 pillars. In our last user groups, we actually talked to this concept of the empowered workforce. And perhaps today it's actually even more important, this concept of providing our employees access to the systems that they need at the point that they need it. In this COVID world, I'm sure a lot of us have employees working remotely, more than usual, doing duties that they would normally be doing in the office. But with the advanced system, it's a perfect opportunity to actually extend the MYOB Advanced app, for example, running on iPhones or on Android devices, to give access to data to those people that need it at the point that they need it. It's a great example of an option that we have to really empower our staff. Of course, real-time insights is about that use of our data, how we consume that data and how we get visibility across that data. And of course, finally, experiences that matter, which is what we're going to talk to today. And I won't cover this slide off in any sort of further detail beyond what Simone actually did. But just to highlight, it's this concept of experiences that matter when we want to talk about today. And this is the topic that Susanna's going to be working through in terms of our MYOB Advanced demonstration, and looking at what we can do within MYOB Advanced, what we can do with the system and the software that we have in place, just by looking around the edges, but how we can wrap up a really efficient process with the software that you have today, potentially just with some configuration, potentially some customization, but with some real understanding of your processes and how we can support our clients more efficiently. And this is about really transforming the sales and service experience. We've all probably worked with Amazon. You probably purchased something online. And if you haven't, it's actually something that's worthwhile doing. I remember a recent purchase that I made with Apple, with the Apple Store. And the process that they have around the email follow-up, the links to tracking, the ease of visibility around returns if you need to, the surveys that come out as a result in terms of your service experience. They've really spent time and effort looking at that experience and looking at what's the best practice approach in terms of how we can really connect with our clients and give them an experience that matters. If it's something that you haven't done, it might even be worth something to do. Place an order online with Amazon, Apple, go through the process and look at that experience with the perspective of your own organization and what you could potentially do to improve the service that you offer your clients. This is about improving customer satisfaction, servicing clients' needs more efficiently, and of course, faster, increasing visibility, and of course, at the end of the day, making sure that our ever important finance team is linked to every aspect of the operation, and that we're really reducing those manual, costly overheads that are in most of our businesses. Without any further ado, I'm going to hand over to Susanna, who's going to give us a demonstration talking around that, some of the features and functionality within MYOB Advanced that can help support you and your business. Thank you, Susanna.
Thank you, Stephen, for that introduction. And I guess the focus of today is really about understanding how do we leverage our technology on staying connected to our key people. That's customers, employees, suppliers as well. We're going to be focusing on the customer experience initially as part of this showcase here. What I want to do is take you through a few of the features of the system you may or may not be using around CRM. How do we use the CRM to track information relating to our customers, keep information stored in the one central place, and then we're going to look at how we can configure the system to interact with our customers a little better. So creating a sales order and then notifying our customers of the fact that that's been generated, creating a, confirming a shipment, notifying our customers that that's been confirmed. Then we're going to jump into the customer portal, have a look at the customer's experience when they're wanting to reach out to us through the portal. And then we're going to finish up on what does the mobile app offer when it comes to staying connected with customers, and we're going to have a sneak peek at the employee experience as well at the end there. So I've logged in. I've got a few environments going here. So I don't know how this Zoom thing is at the top here. I don't know if I can move that. I will. So we've got logged in dashboard. On the side here, we've got CRM. Not sure how many of our clients on here today are using CRM, but I thought I'd just take you through day in the life of a CRM cycle. We've got opportunities and leads. So typically when you're engaging with a new customer, you're going to be either generating an opportunity if there's a financial interest already, or we can just create a lead. So I'm going to jump in here and have a look at our leads. Okay. So I've got a lead in the system here called Wine and Cheese Company, Amy. So I think because we're all going crazy in lockdown, I thought I'll put in some wine items and then let's buy some wine. It's always helpful. All right, so Amy, she owns a company called Wine and Cheese Company. She's in there as a lead. At this point, I can assign her to a business account. So creating the lead just means, yep, this person, I'm talking to this person, they're gonna possibly buy from me, maybe not, but they're in my system. So I might just assign her to this business account. Okay. And I get in touch with Amy. I can track all of the activities. You can see there's a whole list of different activity types. We can add to this list if we need. I might want to record a phone call, that I've had with Amy. Phone chat. And she wants to buy some wine. Okay, so Amy, I can record all that information. I can create and send emails. Obviously, you're probably aware there's the ability to store email templates so that you can just select the source, the template source, and then a lot of that text is pre-populated for you. So as you're in interacting with your customers, all of that information is stored against the activities. Attributes allows us to store customer specific information. Marketing lists shows me what marketing lists this particular lead is a part of as well. At some point, hopefully, the customer will want to buy from us. So we'll convert this now to an opportunity. Okay, so this is just a wine sale. And I'm going to create that opportunity. Okay, and the opportunity basically allows us to record a financial dimension to this transaction now. So if I go into my opportunities, I'll be able to see. There's my opportunity number 21. Okay. And from here, I'm able to continue to record all of my interactions. As we saw earlier, it's brought through all the existing activities from the actual lead, which is nice. So it's all residing in one place. But I'm also from here able to create a quote. So on the inventory ID, I'm going to select my types of wine. So we're going to do some of this Merlot. And she's interested in buying, let's see, we've got case unit. She might want to buy 3 cases of that. Okay. Okay, so from here, we're able to create the actual quote. And we're just creating a sales quote today. Okay. And then that goes off to the customer. They deliberate. Obviously, you're able to change the stage. This is all configured based on your own sales cycles. And we can see on the quotes tab now, this quote is there for us to proceed with when the time comes. So you can create additional quotes if there are revisions and whatnot. The system will track, sorry about that. The system will track any original and revised quotes that are sent out as well. Okay, at some point, if the client is happy to proceed, we can action that from within this transaction. So it's all connected throughout the system and the traceability is all there for you. Obviously, we'd set this to 1 and then we can create the sales order. So I'm just going to, must be associated, yes, fair enough. So I'm just going to go into my business account. So that's just telling me actually must be a customer to generate a sales order. So you'd have a process by which that happens. I'm just going to convert her wine and cheese to customer. Okay, that's good. Save and close. Try that again. Create sales order. Okay, so the system's going to now do that for me. If I've got specifically negotiated pricing on my opportunity, that's going to pull through obviously to the sales order. Okay. Once that's actioned, I can take that off hold. Okay, and what the system will do now is automatically send Amy an email. So the system, I've got this set to automatically parse and send all the emails out every minute. So that should take about a minute. I'm going to watch my inbox here and I should get an alert to say, yep, sales order confirmation. You'll see that coming through shortly. Okay, so once that's come through, I'll open that inbox when that arrives. Once that comes through, the next step will be to actually confirm the shipment. And we're expecting that the customer will also get a second email once they confirm the shipment. So Not coming through yet. Okay. I'll just try that again. Sorry, guys. I don't know how to move this. Can I move this? No, I can't. All right. Okay, so what I might do is just create a new sales order. I think it's not. So we can just show you that. Yep. Just actually, sorry. Okay, so yeah, here we go. And then we're going to paste that in just so we can see. Okay. All right, there's my email come through. So we can see here, dear wine seller, thank you, we've received your order. So that's what they're going to see in their inbox. I've got a second notification that kicks in once I actually create and confirm the shipment. So I'm just going to proceed with that. Moving into the next screen. Confirm the shipment. So what we're really trying to see here is the automation options available in the system. So whilst that's kicking through, that should appear in my inbox shortly. You've got the ability to set up these automation notifications. And we can see here, I've got sales order confirmation and shipment confirmation. So they're just an example of what you can do, depending on when you want to be in touch with your customers, is how you would define these automation notifications. So yeah, if I jump back into my inbox, there's my other one saying, yep, your shipment has been confirmed. So I think we're all doing a lot of online ordering now, and what Stephen was saying before was that, you know, that communication, that regular contact with the customer to keep them updated is really what differentiates you from the next competitor. So I feel setting these up will really drive that connected interaction with your customers. Okay, so what I might do now is also show how the purchase order side of things and how that allows us to interact with our employees and stay connected with our employees. So I've got a notification template set up for our purchase order approvals. So in the system, I'm going to create a PO. Okay. And at the moment, I'm just going to go to one I prepared earlier. I'm going to pop that back on hold. Okay, so I've got notification templates set up for my purchase order approvals, and then I've also got a whole approval map set up for my PO entry. When I take that off hold, I can see this will now move to a status of pending approval. I'll be able to see the approval details here. I can see it's got to go to Jane, and so Jane should be receiving an email shortly to say you now have a purchase order pending approval. So again, that should kick into my inbox shortly. I guess the main takeaway message here is the integration with Office 365. So once you've got that all set up in the system, you're able to set up these notifications and they'll go out to each of the relevant stakeholders and customers. So this is not there yet. Takes about a minute or two to go through. When that pops in, we can go back to that. So what I might do now is move into the customer portal and have a look at how a customer can engage with us in the actual portal. So you're able to set up and provide portal access to your customers from within your advanced platform. And what the customer would see is, if I sign out of there, you would be assigned a dedicated, customer.portal email. I'm going to sign in. Okay. And then you can choose what your landing page is going to be. From here, I'm just going to run through what's available. You've got the ability for the customer to come in, view their statements if you'd like. All the generated statements they can come in and print. Okay. They can download that to PDF, saves them a phone call. You're able to, if you want them to, you can provide them access to editing basic company profile information. So if they're changing any of their contact details, they can come and do that. Under the orders, they're able to come and view their catalog and create an actual order in the system. They can also view all their historical orders. So if I jump into the catalog, and I'm gonna just filter on my red wines, I can see I've got 2 options to choose from. Okay, and this is just pulling data from your advanced platform. So all the items that you've got set up in your advanced system come through to here. I can see images if I'd like. I can select my quantity, so they want 3 of those, for example, and I can add that to the cart. Okay, I might go into my next item, see the images, they might want 2 of those, and I'm going to add that to cart. Okay, so just going through and selecting. They can also do it from the front screen here, just ticking this box and entering into the quantity. Okay. Once I'm finished with that as the customer, I'm going to open my cart. There are my items, 3 and 2. I can proceed to the checkout. Okay. I can put in, there's my contact information that's come through. I can put in details there, or whatever the case may be. And then I can continue and submit my order finally. Okay, and then they can print that, export that. I can also configure the system to automatically email, as we saw before, automatically email them a copy of their order. So that's the customer portal. The customer portal, excuse me, also offers the ability to log what we deem as support cases. You can use that as warranty management, any other requirements around the customer actually initiating communication with you. So I'm just going to create a new case. I can see here they'll be assigned a contract, and then you'll say damaged goods arrived, and then they can put in notes here about what's happened. Then they'll submit that. So it's just yet another way of them communicating, corresponding directly, and that will come directly into the ERP platform, into the support area of your platform. So we've got a whole support. So if I go into my cases, I should see that coming through. Okay, damaged goods derived, there it is there. And then the office staff will interact with this case. They can open it, they can action it, they can close it, and then all of that information will filter through back into the actual customer portal for them to see. So it's just creating this more seamless interaction between business and customer. Okay, so that is our portal. What I might do now is jump into the mobile application. And what we want to work through is some of the ways the mobile app actually helps us stay connected to our customers and also just make that whole process seamless. How do we contact customers? We're able to derive that information directly from the mobile app. So I'm just going to minimize that. My purchase order never turned up. Don't know why. Sorry about that. Look into that later because I'm a perfectionist. All right. So I have this little thing turned on. So bear with me for a moment. Okay. All right, that's good. That's my phone. Perfect. All right, so here's my advanced mobile app. Same, this is the same environment that I've been showing you. So let's have a look. So you can see here, you've got lots of different things exposed. I've got everything turned on in here. If you've got sales users, they're only going to see the sales related options and functions. So for example, if I wanted to contact my Amy from my wine and cheese company, I can do that. I can just search for her there. And if I had a phone number for her, it would be listed there. I can also search for Jamie from Wine Cellar, and then you can see he's actually got a phone number. So if I hit that, I'll be able to call. Obviously, I'm not going to call. That's his mobile number. So it just makes that interaction a lot easier on the go, especially when our reps are on the road. I can come in and create activities. So similarly, I can add an event, chat, appointment, anything I need to do is available there. I can also attach files if I need to, taking any photos if they're showing, if I wanted to take photos of their showroom or photos of their actual store, I can upload that and store that against the contact or the actual customer account in the system. Okay, sorry, done. Okay, customer is available as well. So that was just the contact information. Find my customers, business accounts, here we go. I can view that information just while that loads. I've got a lot of customers in the system, sorry about that. And let's type in wine, search. Okay, so there's my wine cellar. And I can view all information. I can see any opportunities against them. I can see any activities against the customer. So we've got lots of information there, other information, contacts, cases, marketing lists, etc. So all of that is available at your fingertips on the mobile app. No need to open up the computer. It's all there. Okay. So as well, some of the other customer related features, we can have a look at our sales quotes. There's our sales quotes. Our sales orders are also available. So if the client calls you and they want to know, okay, well, where's my sales order? We can go into Wine Cellar and you'll be able to jump into here and see, okay, well, that order's actually been completed. You can see the status at the top there, completed. Be able to update your customer on the go. So just removing that need for them to then call in, or you have to call in to the main head office. It's all there on the actual mobile app. Okay, so hoping that sort of paints a nice picture of how We can use the various aspects of Advanced mobile app, customer portal, notification, automation to keep connected to our customers. I'll finish off on the expense receipt side of things, like I said earlier, just to show you how the system works on the mobile app with regards to that. So you can see here I'm able to look at all my existing receipts. So again, keeping in touch, keeping our employees in touch, I can add a new expense receipt. I'm going to add a description for taxi travel. And then you would enter your date, your expense items coming through. Sorry, it's done here, taxi travel. You can assign it to a project. So if you are using projects in the system, you can then select your project, even project task as well. And then under the files, you're able to actually take a photograph. So I'm going to take a photo of my receipt here. Take that one. And then you can attach that in. So you can see there under the files down the bottom, it's got that. So I'm just going to enter my amount. Okay, and save. So the idea is removing the need to store these in some envelope and doing that at the end of the month. We want the employees to come real time, entering their expense receipts, and then they're able to, at the end of the month, come in and do an expense claim. I'm going to create a new expense claim, and I might say this is my claim for August. And you'll notice at the bottom here, I'm able to select which receipts I want to add. So I'm just going to add these two. So nice and easy. And then I just, and then I'm going to save that. And once I'm ready, I can also release or submit depending on my security levels on my system. So I've got that auto approved, but if I'm an employee, I would need to submit that, and then the relevant approver will come in to approve. Okay, so that's about it from me. Thanks for taking the time to listen and hopefully learn a little bit about what Advanced can offer in the way of staying connected with our customers and our employees.